TravelMole is pleased to welcome Sean D., who's the Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer of Outrigger Hospitality. Aloha, Sean.
Aloha, Charlie. Good to see you again.
Thank you for joining TravelMole. Outrigger Hotels and Resorts has been a two-generation Kelly family-run business since 1950s. The Outrigger way, where customer and staff satisfaction is the priority. What I would like to do today is to get an update from you about Outrigger, and we'll go through the website and you give us a little background and update about each of the destinations.
Sounds good, Charlie. Happy to do it. Hope to see you in person one of these days. I think the last time I saw you was in Singapore at an ITB Asia event a few years back. So good to be back traveling again. To your point about the Kelly family, just as you're well aware, we were acquired by an affiliate of KSL Capital. It's a U.S. private equity company in late 2016. So they've been a great owner for us. Again, private equity company, a lot of capital. Their equity fund is focused exclusively on hospitality. So that's where they make all their investments. And they've been able to add a lot of resources. And I'm happy to report on some renovations and some new acquisitions that have occurred in the past 12 months.
Great. Well, starting with Hawaii, of course, like everybody can see on the website, it's the 75th anniversary of Outrigger, the first property being in Hawaii. Perhaps you can start with Oahu.
Absolutely, Charlie. It's also our corporate headquarters. So we are based right in Waikiki, right in Honolulu, and have been for 75 years. We were started in 1947 by Roy and Estelle Kelly. Roy was an architect, built the first two were the Edgewater and the Islander, actually, hotel. We got our name in the mid-'60s, actually, when Roy acquired a parcel of land between the famous Royal Hawaiian, the Pink Lady, and the Moana Surfrider, now the Westin Moana. And that was the site of the original Outrigger Canoe Club. And from there, we got our name. In the mid-'60s, that was the first Outrigger hotel built right on Waikiki Beach, the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort. And that still anchors our holdings. That property, again, has been with us for over 50 years. It's home to world-famous Duke's Restaurant, Hula Grill, Sunrise Shack. We're really focused on that property and its connectivity to surf culture. You know, this is where surfing was invented, where really the Hawaiians brought surf to the world. And obviously where Duke Kahanamoku, arguably the most famous Hawaiian, the original ambassador of Aloha, got his start actually at the Canoe Club giving surf lessons many, many years ago. So we continue that tradition today with the Moniz family and Faith Surf School. Again, Duke's famous restaurant and Barefoot Bar right there. So, and we'll continue to upgrade that very iconic, famous property. Probably the most interesting thing that's happened in the past 2 years is the Outrigger Reef Waikiki Beach Resort, which is other famous beachfront resort right in Waikiki Beach. There's only 7 true beachfront resorts, and Outrigger is proud to own 2 of those. Is the Outrigger Reef, and that property is spectacular. We spent about $85 million and literally completely renovated the entire property. So we consider this now, while contemporary and more modern looking in terms of the visuals, it's rooted in Hawaiian music and culture, to the point from the very beginning of the property to the Io Cultural Center, where Luana Maitland conducts classes literally every day. We've installed 33 tiles in Hawaiian language translated to English that help you navigate through the property, from the iconic Kanakapila stage. Kanakapila in Hawaiian means let's play music. So every night at 6 o'clock, we have the best live Hawaiian music, to the main lobby and the Herb Kane Lounge. Herb Kane, who passed in the late 90s, is arguably one of the most famous painters and artists and visionaries in Hawaiian history. He was the one that dreamt up the Hokulea, the double-hulled canoe that in 1976 sailed to Tahiti, proving that the Hawaiians actually could navigate across vast oceans. And then we've added Herb Kane art throughout the entire property, the cultural center, upgraded the club lounge, and then we've enhanced the property. There's a third tower, the Diamond Head Tower, which we now have 23 new rooms, including a 2-bedroom. We call it the Coral Reef Penthouse Suite. Charlie, where literally you can jump into the ocean from the deck. It's a 1,200 square foot lanai. So we're really proud of that. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, dining room, kitchen, private elevator. So again, very upgraded experience and amenities now at the Outrigger Reef. So for travel advisors who are listening in, love to showcase that property. Please come out and see it. But that's the other beachfront property that we have. And then to round out Oahu, the Waikiki Beachcomber by Outrigger is steps from the beach right across the street from the Outrigger Waikiki. That was the first renovation that we did with KSL back in 2019. Unfortunately, we closed it in 2020 during the pandemic, but it's back open again. For that property, we worked with 13 Hawaiian artists, painters, sculptors, photographers, etc. We call them the Beachcomber Originals, and they've really given it a very contemporary, young, but Hawaiian attitude and look and feel. So really proud of that property. Again, about 500 keys right in the heart of Waikiki. And then the Ohana Waikiki East and the Waikiki Malia by Outrigger are our 2 off-beach properties that we have as well. So we run about 2,500 keys in the marketplace. We're obviously a leader in hospitality, but still based in Oahu, still anchored in that famous place.
Great.
We'll head over to Maui here quickly. A short plane flight, about 25 minutes or so on Hawaiian Airlines, giving our friends at Hawaiian a little plug. Most of our neighbor island product is condominiums, so villa-type product, 1, 2, 3-bedroom properties. Again, from the iconic Wailea area in the southeast to the Kanapali, the more windy area, but spectacular and more rugged area. We did acquire in 2018 the Hanuakai Resort, which you see on the left. Spectacular property. Ironically, also anchored by a Duke, similar to the Outrigger property in Honolulu. But this is the Hanuakai Resort, 3 towers, relatively new property, less than 15 years old. Spectacular property. Again, you can see arguably the nicest adult and kids pool. So it's a family pool zone that's unrivaled really in all the islands. We also have properties in Kapalua, the world famous Kapalua, surrounding the Kapalua Golf Course and near the Ritz-Carlton Kapalua, the Palms at Wailea, Ainalu, Kanapali, Royal Kahana, and then Napili Shore. So a nice range of properties offering value, but also offering luxury with the famous Hanuakai that we have, again, on the Kanapali coast.
Great. And
I'll head over. Yep, I'll head over to Kauai here. Spectacular island. You know, again, I'm sure your viewers and your travel advisors have seen it many times in movies. It's been obviously the scenic set for many a famous show over the years. Very romantic place. Here we also run condominium properties and manage on behalf of our third-party owners. The most famous is probably Kiahuna Plantation in the Poipu area. That's the sunnier part, the southern part of Kauai. But the island is spectacular. On the east coast, we also have Lanani Resort Kauai, and then Waipoli Beach Resort and Spa in Kauai. A little less known, but a beautiful property. Very, very contemporary, 4-star, also anchored with a lazy river pool, perfect for families, and just a spectacular island. So again, easy access from Hawaiian Airlines, not only from Oahu, from Honolulu, but also from many mainland cities. One thing that's happened post-pandemic, and actually during the early stages of the pandemic, is a lot of the U.S. carriers, Charlie, expanded their service direct nonstop from cities such as Seattle, Phoenix, Portland, Las Vegas, Dallas, Ontario, Long Beach. I mean, the list goes on. We've seen about a 25% increase in airlift direct from, again, most West Coast cities, not only to Honolulu International Airport, but also to the neighbor islands. So it's been a real positive for us and offsets some of the challenges we've had. We've seen a major reduction, obviously went to zero effectively from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the all-important Japanese market during the pandemic. And we're starting to see some signs. Australia is back at about 30, 40%, Japan at about 10 or 15%. So still a long way to go. We'll go over quickly now to actually where I'm broadcasting here from, Charlie, the island of Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, also the home to an active volcano in Kilauea that erupted a few years ago in the southern part of the island. So does not put anybody in danger, I can assure you, but it's a spectacular destination to visit. And we have, again, some more activity actually recently with Mauna Loa, which is the largest of the three volcanoes. But Kilauea is active. We've been active as well. So in 2021, we acquired, formerly known as the Sheraton Kona, is now the Outrigger Kona Resort and Spa on the Big Island of Hawaii. And you see it here. I scroll down. There it is, right there in the center. It's located right on the ocean. It's considered beachfront, although the beach is not really the main attraction at this property. The main attraction are the two pools. We have an adult-only pool. We have a family pool. It's 509 keys. It sits on 22 acres, so it's a very large property. Fantastic luau, feast and fire luau. And we have a major renovation planned and is underway for that property. That's already started, and we should be finished by fall. So September of 2023 is anticipated to be finished. And that's located in what's called Keaho Bay, a very famous bay, the birthplace of Kamehameha III. So a lot of rich heritage, rich Hawaiian culture and traditions there. We have guided Hawaiian cultural tours every day along with the luau experience. And then probably the most exciting thing for your audience is this is the home of the most spectacular manta ray diving and viewing in the world. So every night when sunset hits, the boats go out. You can actually just snorkel out from the property itself and swim with the most majestic manta rays in the world every night. And it's just a spectacular, really sort of a life-changing experience for many people. You don't need to be saved. They're gentle giants, but they're not dangerous. But they come up from the depths and feed on the plankton. And the larger ones can have a 20-foot wide wingspan, and they're just spectacular. So again, we want to be sensitive to nature and not harass the animals, but if you just simply float there in the water, they come right up to you, and it's really pretty spectacular. For those who are not that brave, right from your room or from the restaurants and the public spaces, you can view the mantas on a pretty consistent basis. So we have that awesome property. We'll be renovating that, another new Outrigger resort. And so hopefully, as you kind of hear about Hanuakai, what we're doing at the Outrigger Reef from a renovation standpoint, what we're doing in Kona, a real emphasis on Outrigger resorts, 4- and 5-star resorts, rooted in local culture, but contemporary, more luxurious finishes than probably people would have associated with Outrigger going back a decade. And then on the rest of the Big Island or Hawaii Island, again, we have great condominium product for families in Waikoloa, Royal Sea Cliff, which is down near Kona, and Kanaloa, which is actually right across the bay from the newest resort. So again, a bulk of our properties are still in Hawaii. That is still our home. That's where we're focused. Our mission as a company is to be the premier beach resort company in the world, and there's no better place to be based than Hawaii. Because we have such a range of product, we can offer great value. A lot of our offers are tied to length of stay. Staying 3, 4, 5 days often gets you another day free. We've got great breakfast packages and inclusions with our restaurant partners like Dutz that we spoke to at Outrigger Waikiki. And then at our beachfronts, we added club lounges a few years ago, and the club lounge inclusion is really a great value. It's for up to 4, so for a family, it's spectacular. It comes with a breakfast, and then pupus, as we would call them in Hawaii, or appetizers, kind of a light bites, if you will, and unlimited cocktails and beer and wine at dinner for sunset. So really, there's a lot of value in all of our offerings. And then from time to time, we offer special offers, as well at all of our properties, but especially the properties in Oahu. So check at outrigger.com or with your travel advisor for the best rates and for the best offers. And again, a lot of those include packages with car rental rates as well as great air packages. And then we are part of the Global Hotel Alliance as well. So when you book direct, or if you book direct, make sure to become a Global Hotel Alliance. They call it the Discovery Program, a Discovery member, and that has best rate guarantees as well as other amenities when you book direct or through GHA.com.
And you have a travel agent specialist program where agents can learn everything about Outrigger, and there are some benefits to them, right?
Absolutely, Charlie. So what we found, a lot of people thought that the pandemic would be the end of travel agents, and I think if anything, it solidified their role in the booking process. People want to have confidence that somebody's looking out for them, whether it's regarding travel insurance, whether it's a destination they may not be that comfortable with, what's open, what's not, what are the travel restrictions that may or may not be in place. I mean, right now, pretty much everything's wide open again. But I think the travel agents, the good ones, not only survived the pandemic, but I think are thriving again. And so we never turned off our program. We kept the program intact, and in fact have enhanced it. So our travel agent program is called the Outrigger Expert Agent Program. All the information is available on our website, or you can reach out to us directly, either through Charlie or through me, frankly. We're happy to connect you with the team that manages that program. But we have over 15,000 travel agents globally that are members of the Expert Agent Program. Then they take courses, Charlie, that we update pretty frequently and add about 1 or 2 a month. It could be about product, could be about services, could be about our local culture and our signature experiences that we're offering, et cetera, et cetera. Because again, we are in some places that are unknown. Mauritius, as an example, a lot of people haven't been to, don't know much about it. What language do they speak? What currency do they take, et cetera? So our Expert Agent Program is designed to be a resource for our registered travel agents, and it's easy to sign up, and it comes with perks as well as incentives based on the number of bookings and revenue generated for us. So we've always prided ourselves on having great relationships with the travel trade and with our travel advisors, and have built that program. Also, Chris Riccardi, who's our global sales director, I think you know him, Charlie. He's done a really nice job over the last couple of years creating travel advisory councils. So we have 3 councils now, and those councils are comprised of travel agents from around the world who give us input, and we base our programs and our enhancements to the travel agent program on that input. So it's obviously an attempt to be collaborative, to learn, and make sure we tailor the program to the needs of the travel planners.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, the staff at these properties have been with you for a very long time, huh?
Yeah, we're blessed, Charlie. People always ask me, was it hard to get staff back after COVID? I said, no, we have incredibly loyal staff all over, from Hawaii, where we started. I mean, I can go to, it's not a week doesn't go by where I don't attend a housekeeping or front desk celebration for a host that's been with us for 30 or 35 years. And same in Fiji. I mean, these properties have been running in Castaways over 50 years, and for Outrigger Fiji Beach about 40. And we have members of the team that have been with us for 30, 40 years. Our GMs are tenured GMs. They've been at the properties for many years. And the repeat rate at these properties is in excess of 50%. So the people that discover them fall in love with them, and they come back year after year. So really proud. You started the interview with the Kelly family creating the Outrigger Way, which is kind of our proprietary hospitality model, where we talk about the host, the guest, and the place all being connected. And really the anchor to that is the sense of place and the sense of local culture that our hosts take such pride in sharing with their guests. And we really strive, and through the ownership transition with KSL, they really double down on that premise. And so, we have the local culture to bring to the table. We call it unparalleled hospitality. We believe we have the highest hospitality marks, in the industry, and it's all due to the incredible hosts that we have, and to your point, the loyalty that they have to not only the place and Outrigger, but obviously to the guests that they take care of every day.
Sean D., Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer of Outrigger Hospitality. Thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today. Mahalo, Sean.
Mahalo to you, Charlie. Stay safe. Hope to see you sometime in 2023.
Looking forward to it.